Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel. Today, instead of giving you a short story that involves some kind of sci fi with life lesson, I just want to go ahead and explain my story of who am I and where I want to be. Now, this is something that I'm doing to mostly hold myself accountable, uh, more than anything else. If you hear this and you're like, "Well, I don't really care," that's okay, because I just want you guys to know that I really, really, really want to do this for a living. This isn't not like, oh, I'm really interested as a hobby and I get to do it when I'm bored after in between movies, but rather this has kind of taken over all of my free time, and in a good way. I'm not trying to say like I'm avoiding other uh habits like showering, for crying out loud, but I am saying that when you find something you love, you kind of figure it out real quick that you're like, okay, nope, this is what I'm doing now. And making dice boxes or custom making boxes for people for holding money or maybe for holding pictures has really taken over my life. And I'm not used to having people actually want my artwork other than just friends. And this is the first time that strangers will pay to have stuff that I make. And it obviously has boosted my ego in a very good way, and now I'm going out and trying to learn as much as possible. Today I went ahead and went to the woodwork shop community center, and they're giving me some orientation so I can start working and building my own boxes. And from the looks of it, they're very accommodating, and it seems like they're really excited to see what I have going on too. And a lot of them are retired people that have years and years of working experience as like carpentry or metal work, or even some engineers. And I just feel like I'm around people that actually want to do something, make something, and just enjoy being around others doing so, which is nice. Because I think as a teacher, I'm going to go ahead and break this down real quick. As a teacher and as a person that's busy, you tend to forget about your social life, in the sense that you have very limited time. And since I work with kids, sometimes you forget how being adult is, if that makes sense. Like having a conversation where you don't have to tell them to stop yelling at you, or maybe you didn't need to know all that information. And when you're talking to a kindergartner and, for a whole day, and you go home and you're like, all right, time to hang out with some kids. Or sorry, there, I messed it up, but time to hang out with some adults. All of a sudden you're like, so what's like your favorite lizard? Or like, do you even like dinosaurs? And it's just this weird. It's a weird thing that I feel like a lot of teachers fall under. But TLDR, this hobby has given me an avenue to talk to other artists and show my work and show my interests. And then other artists have picked up on it and given me their ideas, critique, and helped me get a lot better. For today, I want to say one last final thing. I will be a box maker. Now, I think that's a silly title, and I think it's weird to really think and let that sink in to the point it gives me anxiety and heavy breathing. But I have to just trust myself. I want to make this my career. I love teaching, but I think everybody who watches this video, even if you're not a teacher, can kind of accept that that's not an easy job. And yes, respect to the people that do it the long term. But one day I was sitting there and I was thinking, do I want to do this for another 25 years and without giving anything else a real shot? Or would I much rather give something else a real shot and fail, and I'd be okay with that? And I think once I accepted failing, even at this small business, I realized that this is what I needed to do. And I know that's for some people, failure, I mean, including me, failure is a very scary thing. But I'm only getting older. Things are just happening now. This isn't like, oh, I can't wait to grow up and become blank. No, I'm there. And I need to start making some decisions that are going to be uncomfortable. And this is one of them. Um and at the end of the day, if it blows up in my face, complete failure, no one buys anything, everyone hates it, the internet goes crazy, and I get canceled because they say this is the dumbest thing ever, or whatever it is. You know I'm trying to be dumb over here. At least I can look back into these years and say, you know what? I legit gave it a 100% and I tried. I really want that because then I feel like when I have kids, if I have kids, I can give them a better advice. I can say, hey, I've done it this way before and it didn't work. I know it's a new era and I knew it's a new time, but coming with mistakes comes with a lot of wisdom, I think. And I want that for whoever I can help in the future. So, in a way, it might sound selfish that I'm quitting my job helping others, uh, especially students. But I'm doing this because I feel like in the long run, I'm gonna have way more of a real art cred if I try to make it in the as an artist. And as an art teacher, you can't have any more than that. If you can tell them like, look, this is what I did as an artist, this is how I ran things, this is what we're gonna do, this is why we're doing it. I feel like students obviously are going to show you way more respect. And for that, I think it is time in my life to say, just go for it. Even if you fail, just go for it.